in the Premiership Finals is down to the wire. And the only place you'll see it is right here on Fox League. The Brisbane Broncos and the Canberra Raiders. One falling, one climbing, and only one plays on in September.
I came out before the game, it's not about nine.
It's a serious Super Saturday. Dragons, Broncos, when nothing short of a big Brisbane win is good enough to be finals better. Then it's in the lap of the Leichhardt gods. Sunday afternoon, Tigers, Raiders in the last game of the regular season. For 2 months, Ricky's Raiders have had to win. The Green Machine, 6 from 7, and now one victory away from finals footy. The thrilling finish only on Fox League, where you'll see every finals game in September live and ad break free with the best in the business.
Well, we have arrived at the last chance saloon for the Brisbane Broncos in 2022. Cobra Oval, next Australia Jubilee, and the diehards are out in force. These are brutal conditions. It's supposed to be spring here in Sydney. It is cold, it is windy, it is threatening to rain, but they're out here today, the Red V fans. Not many games here at Cobra, so they want to take the opportunity when they can. So George Illawarra could finish the year just 2 points outside the 8. Now that would belie the fact they've realistically been out of the running for a final spot for a few weeks, but 2 wins on the trot. If they eke out another victory here, Corey Parker, they finish with a pretty respectable 12-12 record. Hello to you.
Yeah, afternoon, Dan. What a contest we're going to have between these two sides. I mean, plenty to play for both sides. For Brisbane, there's still a faint hope that there might be some semi-final football in the near future for them. Of course, a few things are going to go their way. As for the Dragons, as you mentioned, coming off 2 wins, would love nothing more than to knock the Brisbane Broncos out of the semi-finals and also finish the year with 3 wins in a row. So plenty to play for here. We've got 6 ex-Broncos currently in this side for the Dragons, throwing the coach as well. He'd love nothing more.
There are more players and staff from the 2015 Grand Final played for the Dragons, part of the Dragons, than the Broncos. The Broncos, let's throw out the absurd for and against possibilities and 43-point margins.
Yeah.
It's simple. They win today, Canberra lose tomorrow. That's their only shot.
Yep.
They come in losing 4 of their last 5. And given their fading form, there's certainly no guarantee of getting the job done this afternoon.
Yeah, you put it pretty clearly, didn't you? The Broncos just have to win. They must win and the Raiders must lose. It's just been the way that the Broncos have gone about their business, particularly the last couple of weeks. 113 points in that regard, conceding 60 against Melbourne, 53 against the Parramatta Eels. In terms of their defensive resolve over the last month in particular, being well below par. So we'll wait and see what Kevin Walters has had. There's been a lot of noise coming out of Brisbane this week in regards to plenty of different things. Tyson Gamble, Cobbo had a bit of a sleeping, etc. The noise does not go away in Brisbane.
It's amazing how important the start of the season and the end of the season is to narrative. Start of the season sets the tone, end of the season. They've won 13 games. That's a huge improvement on previous years. But if they lose 5 of 6 to just fade away, it suddenly feels like a faded and failed season, which might be a touch unfair, but they were 4th after round 19.
Round 19 after the win against the Parramatta Eels, sitting currently 4th. Since then, they've had a massive decline. Their only win has come up against the Newcastle Knights, 28 points to 10 back at Suncorp Stadium as Adam Reynolds brings out the Broncos.
So here they come down the race at Cobra Oval. Adam Reynolds, last time he was here, he last all that long against the Dragons as a South Sydney player. 8 minutes that night. Hopefully he'll start for a lot longer tonight. 13 minutes he lasted against Parramatta, and that was a huge out. As has this man. 4 weeks they've missed his physicality, that's for sure.
Yeah, Patrick Carrigan back into the team. He's had a bit of a mixed season in regards to staying on the field. Only this is his 14th game and he's been able to come out for the Broncos, handle that knee injury going into the Origin, now a bit of suspension. He will be a big inclusion and must be at the forefront of what they're doing both offensively and defensively. You see Andrew McCulloch thrust into the side lane, and that man there, Ben Hunt, what a season he has had. what a season he has had. He was a clear leader for the Dalian, gets another opportunity against his former club, the club that he played in the grand final back in 2015, to try and set them packing and make a little bit more of a run in regards to the Dalian.
Here's a stat, he's never lost to them. He's 5-0 against his former club.
There you go.
So here we go, the Dragons trying to put the Broncos out of business. The Broncos, headed by that man, trying to stay alive and keep their chances going for 24 more hours. There's one of the 6 former Broncos in this Dragons outfit. We're on our way. The Dragons' final match of the year. Brisbane, perhaps the same. They're hoping not. And it's Payne Haas, well handled here on tackle number 1. They've been, of course, in round 17 to totally different looking sides. It was the baby Broncos. One of the high points of the year when they beat the Dragons 32-18 on a Sunday afternoon. Hosking, he was a huge star that day on debut. He gets an early touch here. And Tom Flegler. It's a good strong run. He's made his way down the last couple of weeks, but imposing start from him. Carrigan now. Make it through to the end of their first set. Reynolds doesn't quite get that flush. Nice easy one for Cody Ramsey.
Pretty simple set, wasn't it, from the Broncos? All their forwards getting their hands on the ball. Pat Carrigan getting 2 touches in that. And we mentioned the Adam Reynolds kick just quite didn't get where he wanted to go.
So now Jack DeBellum, first full season since 2018. Dragons have won their last 2. They beat the Gold Coast, and then last week, mystifying game, but they got the job done at the end against the West Tigers. So a little bit of form coming into this. McCulloch in the 19 jersey. Cody Ramsey, he's been the first choice fullback since round 11. So it's going to be Ben Hunt to put it up. Feeling the breeze here, let's see if this has any effect. Not really on that kick. Corey Oates brings it back as we send him downstairs and say hello to Jake Duke.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Really tough conditions, as you mentioned there. The biggest factor being that breeze. A very strong southeasterly breeze that will favour the Dragons in this first half. Now, interestingly, the Broncos actually won the toss but elected to go against the breeze for this first half. They wanted to come over in the second half, and it is tipped to get a little bit stronger in the second 40. Maybe that was their thinking, because they will need it what is a must-win game for them if they want to play finals with the Brisbane.
Trying to go through. Good leaders here for the Broncos. Interesting choice, isn't it, to go against the wind? There's Carrigan. Keeps it going. And it's a knock-off. That was just too difficult there to pass from Carrigan. Signs of positivity there for the Broncos, but in the end, they can't get through to the end of the set.
Yeah, a couple of offloads in that set. That one there from Pat Carrigan just wasn't needed. His phone was poor as at the feet of Jake Turpin, unable to pick it up. But it is interesting because that breeze is quite like it is howling out there. It is dead set howling. And the fact that they want to run home with it in the second half, it could be all done by then.
Yeah, the kind of weather, good weather. Yeah, it's got all the right information. Now the winning goal. Stags. Jack Bird, he's been 13 for a little while now for the Dragons. Just former Broncos everywhere. Josh Maguire. To Warrington after this game. He's in the Super League. He's then giving it to Lomax.
A really good play there. Sent Josh Maguire and Adam Reynolds and McCulloch out the other side, back to Hunt, down the short side.
So the spread on here at home. Pokes up a kick and the chase coming through from Sewer. It's taken eventually, well taken by Corey Oates, who stays in as well.
Did a terrific job, Oates, to just turn and get back there. 2-pass kick, brings the winger up.
Oh, they're up.
As they now start to muscle up defensively. And they come up with error.
Well, you've got the evidence there. They are up for this. The Dragons looking to finish with a 3rd straight win. That is a terrific moment to force an error right on the try line.
You see there, Tau Moga, and also Silver involved, 2 ex-Broncos. Plenty to play for these 2 clubs. Deloise Hoyter just unable to get out, was high into the tackle. sort of set play from McCulloch and Hunt down the short side. What can the Dragons do here? Ramsey set out this left-hand side, and Moan out the right.
It's full on each side here, and it's going to be up to that left. Offside players. Dragons will start in front of the posts. Sewer. The grand final last year for South Sydney.
Yeah, they're really targeting this right-hand side, Dan.
Carrigan in there, getting off in time. Oh, Bird down the middle, reaching out and scoring. Jack Bird scores. And the Dragons have started just about perfectly here at Cochrane.
He was very vocal during the week, Jack Bird, about what this game meant to him and having the opportunity to turn up and put in a good performance and just some feeble defence. I mean, we spoke about the defence over the last few weeks. Jack Bird here up against Capewell, Haas and also Carrigan. Tomato Martin down low, unable to pull him up. In early stages of this game, the 6th minute, Jack Bird is able to pull through 4 tacklers from the Brisbane Broncos close to the line. In their first opportunity, based off the back of what we have spoken about in the last 2 weeks, they just haven't aimed up.
So 4 from 4 completions for the Dragons, and they score with their first opportunity. These are worrying signs for the visitors. They're the team playing for a final spot here, and it's the Dragons. Looking terrific so far. Jack Bird, of course, such an unfortunate period of the Broncos' injuries, just ruled his 2-year run there. Only 17 games there. So those knee injuries in particular doing him in. Lomax now. No kick is easy tonight with this win, but this should be comfortable for him.
Just interesting to have a look at the Broncos behind the goal line. I mean, 6 minutes into this game, they've spoken all week about turning up the right line from a defensive point of view. In their first opportunity, as you mentioned, Jack Bird has pulled through 3 of their big name players to see what sort of response they have after this set. We see there. Carrigan, Haas, Capewell.
So Dragons on top early, Jake Duke.
Yeah, 7 tries for this season for Jack Bird. He's played everywhere for the Dragons. He's played on both edges, both centres, played at 5'8" as well. Now he's playing in the number 13 and looking pretty solid there against the Dragons' first try. And as you said, worrying signs for the Broncos to start slowly in this game. And just another thing to contend with, there is a bit of sprinkling of rain starting to fall as well, so that'll add to the conditions.
Yeah, 113 points for the Broncos fans now. That's how many they've conceded in the last fortnight. Continuing that trend early here. The Emma fans love that stuff.
Well, the other thing that goes into it for the Dragons, they have won all 11 games when scoring their first try.
The signs are good for them. They really are. Right up and setting tunnel to Lomax. Lomax and Staggs. That already looks like a good battle. Lomax almost getting through there. So Hunt wants some open space. Remember, the Dragons have got the wings. So interesting low punching kick from Ben Hunt. The Broncos need to complete a set. Still Louise Hoyter.
5 from 5 for the Dragons to start this game. Pat Carrigan now comes up towards the halfway line.
Still promising start of the set. There's Turpin on the gamble. To continue with this left side over. Remarkable record the Broncos have when gambles 5'8", 6-0 this year. It's a touch beyond the 30. Kicking into the wing, if they put it up high, that can also be problematic. Just goes in down the wing, and up goes Cobo. And the Dragons smart enough to let him catch it, put him straight down the ground.
Yeah, we've seen this combination time and time again out on this right-hand side for the Broncos. 21 try assists for Adam Reynolds, 13 of those are come by kicks.
This is good time for you.
Okay.
Is that Tom Flagler?
Okay, we're going to opt for a Bronco here. So
Yep.
Tom. It's forceful contact with the shoulder on report.
Oh my goodness, this is just a calamitous start for the Broncos.
He can't believe it here, Tom. He's actually been hit on the chin from my first glance. He got a whack on the chin himself, and that first point of contact was after Tom Flegler was hit on the chin and dazed. He would have left the field with a HIA. It was 10 minutes after the start the Broncos have had to lose Tom Flegler.
Got a big task just to get a game next week, but he'd have to be in doubt. He's got so many charges against him this year. But more importantly, he can go at least 10 minutes without him. Halfway.
It's his fourth run for the night, Maguire. Every one of them have been straight at Adam Reynolds.
Stack of leaders against the Broncos in their last meeting, over 160. And about right there to get him inside the 40, the colour. The bird. He's up. Fires a bullet out to Ramsey. Ramsey just happy to take the tackle. Showing a bit of patience here early, the Dragons. Mr. Bellin now sends it on the half. Well, he sets himself for the kick that finds the goal. And it is helped over the back.
Yeah, really good response here from Lomax. The kick looked like it was just going too deep. The acceleration from Lomax just made Tomato Martin have to play at it. We're going to have a look.
Okay, head assessment, independent.
That's going to be Feeney. It's going to come off. So obviously the victim of that tackle from Tom Flegler.
Just didn't see it. Jackson Ford on for Feeney.
What, Bird back out the centres? It's going to need some sort of reshuffle. This is a big set. We're 10 minutes into the game and we're in a big moment of the game already. Reynolds goes short, here comes Oates, but the kick is a touch deep. And Logan comes down with it. 13 on 12. Warren. By Hosking, but it's a new set. Mr. Bellin on Fahad. Oh, and Ramsey had a little look as Colbo poured in and put the pressure on. First error from the Dragons, and it was something the Broncos desperately needed.
This time here, Colbo just reading it right. They've got a real game plan to come down this left-hand side and attack the right edge of the Broncos, who have been very flimsy over the last few weeks. Colbo just doing enough there to get on Ramsey and come up with an error, much needed error for the Broncos. If you've just joined us, Tom Flegler has got 10 minutes in the bin.
You're still a bit perplexed by that, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just that back at the boys into studio at half time as well.
No short side play here as Gamble delays the pass, almost puts Hodder away, does put him away. That's a sharp run as well. Ramon was left behind, but Ramsey with the tackle. So the Broncos down a man, but bumping it up to the 20. And 6 more tackles. We'll get a penalty here as well. Not a great consequence, but we'll start this set just outside the 10. This could really invigorate if they could score here while down a man. Into the breeze too, remember. Turpin on the gamble. Oh, Kirk Capewell. Just drops it cold.
It's been an unhappy start for Capewell. Come up with an error there. Set up camp down this end. Flegler in the bin as they now start to muscle up defensively.
Pull him around. Pull him around.
Give it away. So they're imposing themselves in the first tackle there, just a little too ambitious. So 12 and a half gone. The Dragons, a terrific start from them. First to bring it back. Wire, a little bit lost. No, it's a clean offload. Good, with a little goose step. Goosey. He's up. The bell. That's a little askew. They've still got it. He's up. For a moment. Oh, he hit into the line. And it's going to be a forward pass, officially now called by Ben Cummins.
Yeah, well, the Dragons are just guilty of trying to find points too quickly without earning the right. They get to really sort of impact that middle third. Tom Fleckler left from the middle third of the field. Just really put a dent into it before heading out this left-hand side.
I think Corey, especially after this start, the forward against is meaningless, really.
Yeah.
It really is as simple as Brisbane just have to win and become Western Tigers fans for a day.
It's a forlorn look on Kevin Walters' face at the moment. Just watching these troops go about their business.
Jeez, a push for the Dragons.
The scrum, you'll pull out the scrum. Back here. Names are separated, mate. Let's go.
No such thing as against the food call, no.
Not at all. If it doesn't look right, it's not right. That's how it works.
Wait till it's in. Here we go. Okay, let's go, Kurt. Hold the weight, hold the weight.
But again, it does speak to their intensity. They're the team pushing the scrum. The distributors. Now on the cover into open space. Oh, but he takes an untimely tumble. Good start with the centre. Haven't conceded with Flegler in the bin. So at least they've held it to 6-0. Pass away to Haas.
Hey, we're out. Here, boys, here.
There's Turpin. Now for Gamble. Oh, again, Capel. Maybe not the most pristine pass, but Capel, his hands are hurting him this afternoon.
Well, they're 3 from 7 to start this game. The Brisbane Broncos, they've got a man in the bin. In both times that they've been in a real good field position, just trying to push the pass this time here. Gamble and Capel under pressure, unable to hold on to it.
You wouldn't expect a game like this to make mistakes at will. Early days though. Here's Warren. There's 5 40-20s this year. That was one there that was well outside the 40. He's now to Mighty Mark. Oh, he's had a couple of runs where he's really threatened the Dragons. Obviously, Warriors banned after this game. It's been a wonderful rugby league resurrection to Mighty Martin.
He runs with great balance, doesn't he, Tomato? The way he goes across the field and able to straighten up in a good defensive line.
You see the rain falling too is gone for 3 years, but back and getting that long-term deal in a virtual swap with Bruce Walsh. Gee, the rain is teeming down now. These are unpleasant conditions in the southern suburbs of Sydney. As Carrigan has been busy as usual. It's his 6th run. Everything's like he's in the rain. Coming over his face. Now here is Reynolds back inside for Turpin. That's the last tackle. It's a changeover.
I don't understand that from the Broncos. I mean, they have a player in the bin, they're running the ball on 5th play. They've only completed 3 3 completed sets to start this game. Adam Reynolds had the opportunity to put a nice high ball up down in this right-hand corner and really lock up the Dragons. And they decided to run. Turpin gets held with it. Play 2. Jack Bird up over nearly the halfway.
4. Turpin, the first great side last week, and wasn't it there from Brisbane? Only 45 seconds of Flegler in the bin. That's an important play there from Combo. It will continue the pressure, but by the time this scrum does pack, it should be 13 on 13, or at least very close to. Wingers are good at this now, aren't they, Corey? Just cutting it off, the 2-on-1 or the 1-on-2 and saving it.
Yeah, they've got great anticipation. Instinctive players like Combo, Jack Bird, having an afternoon at the moment. Scored a try early in this game as Flegler looks ready to come back on.
All clear. They're trying to get fancy. The Dragons with the one. Oh, they've lost the ball, have they? No, they have not. Off the mark. Trying to get fancy there with Flegler off. So 13 on 13. Dragons. A chance for their second try. You put the Dallin. So play the ball. Gives it on to his pass partner. That's a tough pass, but well taken by Hogan. Stewart trying to do it on his own. Another one of these former Broncos. Colin goes deep. Up the line. Tries to back his way in. Certainly plenty of patience yet again from the Dragons. Back to the right side. They're really working this side over. But great anticipation, and he fashions away into the field of play.
Yeah, excellent job there from Tomato Martin as Corey Oates now starts to wind up.
A long one for his throttle there, but that's a superb moment for him. As the Broncos out of a jam and helping a penalty midway through the count. Perhaps the momentum changer here. So midway through the first half, the breeze hasn't eased, and Brisbane are running straight into it. The rain has just held off after a brief shower.
See Billy Lockie's gone into the action. Jack Turpin has left the field.
Hanging in there, the Broncos.
Good news for the Dragons was Matt Fino has passed his HIA. He's about to return with that 5 minutes time.
Thank you, Joe. Pass. The post contact meters there inside the 30 is Carrigan quickly for Gamble. Here's Capel. Stommy takes a chunk out of the turf.
Might have hurt himself here.
No, he's okay, although he's wincing. He's not that okay. Here's Flegler powering up to the 10. Here's Carrigan. Reynolds at the line. Martin. Oh, terrific stuff. Jack Bird 1-on-1 and then eventually getting some help from Lomax, but Bird with the first contact. So Reynolds tries to thread the needle. Oh, Ramsey! It's a penalty here. Player taken out against the Dragons. So Ramsey's good work undone, and the pressure continues.
Yeah, Staggs is taken out here. Jack Bird claiming the referee Cummins that he was going for the ball.
You can see top of the screen there, Kurt Capel still being assessed by the trainer. It's like perhaps got something in his eye. But he's still on. Brisbane, a chance. Pass out the back. Carrigan feeding it on to Flegler. It's an old-fashioned block play there at the back. And Walters, Carrigan, Hosking almost fights his way to the line.
Great tackle on the line. Had to be made 1-on-1.
Here's Reynolds. On for Gamble. Crosses off Moga. Punch it up here. On the last. Walters on his own. And gets a result. Line drop outcome.
It's just popping out of dummy half, going away from that Reynolds this time. Comes up with a nice little kick for himself. Gets a repeat set. Ramsey just getting the ball across the line with the Broncos. Not much doing with their attack inside 20. A lot of layup plays. That man on screen out of Reynolds needs to be a bit more vocal and start dictating terms.
Only makes it to halfway as Haas.
Oh, that's a strong start. Almost to the 20. So Gamble has a run and slips a pass. Capel holds on. Brisbane inside the 10. Flegler.
Settle play there for Flegler. Fanned out his right hand side.
He's Carrigan at first receiver. The dummy not fooling them. Couple of tackles remain. Now back to the left. Reynolds rolls it in. Gamble came through. Moan just getting there in the nick of time. Another line dropout.
Yeah, really good defence again from the Dragons. 2 consecutive sets are able to repel the Broncos. This time, Adam Reynolds coming out with a real similar play that we saw from Billy Wilders only moments ago. Just feel the attack. Broncos obviously down on confidence over the last month or so. Their attack is just not quite where it used to be as they go for a short drop out.
Steaming through Ramsey. Just a touch deep. Still not a bad result. Brisbane on the 30 with Walters. This is Staggs. All power out of dummy half.
Enjoyed a good little period here, the Broncos. Nothing to show for it yet.
It's Sentinels. On the mark. Martin away to Hoyter. Hoyter straight through it, scores! And the Broncos, they scored their first. And finally, they find a way to crack these Dragons.
Well, a couple of repeat sets for Brisbane. They've got them the opportunity under a bit of fatigue down this right-hand side. It goes to Adam Reynolds. He goes out the back across the face of Gamble to Mate Martin and Deloise Hoyter. 2-on-1 with Oates on his outside. With a retreating defensive line is able to cross for the Broncos' first try. 66% of possession over the last 10 minutes.
No matter what happens today and tomorrow, this is one of the great stories, isn't it? Deloise Hoyter. He hadn't played first grade for 7 years. He comes back and he's had a nice few moments this year. His 7th game in Broncos colours in the top grade. Some news this year, but we're 2,475 days without playing first grade. But lesson in perseverance. And Brisbane into the wind. Awful start and a chance to tie it up. This will test Reynolds up. You can see those flags, they tell the story.
Aim at left post, you got the wind just taking across your face. We'll just do that.
Punch it low.
Just bring it back into it. Beautiful kick there from Reynolds, 6-all.
So all tied up at Cobra, Jake Jude.
It is a great story, Deloise Hoyter. When he debuted at the Tigers, he actually debuted alongside Mitchell Moses and James Tedesco, the likes of those guys. That tells you how long ago it was. But he's off contract at the end of the year. There is talks there could be an extension in the works for the way he's been playing this season, and he's turned up at the right time. He's got a really important try for the Broncos here to get them back into this game, and just a good news for the Dragons. Fine is back on the field after passing the HRA.
Thank you, Joe. The way he sliced through there, always an awkward attempt to take from Martin. You can imagine we've never sent that ball that way. More than once from here on out. So Brisbane, not the best start to the set.
13 and a half to go in this first half. Back to the Clive Churchill studio at half time. Bonnie with Cooper Crompton and Greg Alexander today. There's Tony Stagg, all energy. Trying to draw 6 again, but it's not happening. Here's Walters weaving down the middle and linking up with Hosky. Haas. Get 2 halfway. Oh, that gets put down. He made that so difficult. Cody Ramsey trying to take that on the half volley. Opens the door wide open for the Broncos.
There was a little kick there from Reynolds. He didn't even lose his feet there. Cody Ramsey had plenty of time to sum up the situation. The greasy conditions. Great opportunity now for the Broncos to go back-to-back tries.
Of course, they walk to the middle of the field where they'll pack this scrum. 3 on the left, 3 on the right.
When you strike out on this right-hand side, Tomate, Staggs and Colo.
There's Reynolds jumping out to the left, and they score this side again. Oh, there's a forward pass. First play for the scrum. And it was the big slingshot with Corey Oates, but
Jack Bird, isn't he giving him something for it too? Does not miss an opportunity, Jack Bird. Their first opportunity, they get down here, it's just a forward pass. It's a poor pass from Reynolds, poor timing from Corey Oates. And we see Jack Bird just letting you know about it.
it's been a terrific year for Adam Reynolds. That not one of his better moments.
Ben Cummins might be the throaty at half time.
He has lost it, hasn't he? Capilano Hunter he needs. There's a few remedies we can send down his way. Bird. Oh, they've got him this time. He's driven back. With 1 tackle left. They're to get through their set. Hurry into that. Still gets plenty of distance on it. And takes a left-hand turn and turns into an okay result.
Tomato Martin just allowing it to bounce, got the correct bounce for Ben Hunt. Goes out, gives the Dragons a little bit of a breather. Both teams under a little bit of fatigue. 10 minutes remaining in this first half. 6-all.
We're not kidding about Paul Ben Cummins. I think he's had these issues before. We need to get him the apple cider vinegar downstairs.
You don't juke onto it at half time.
Here's Billy Walters. It's a long year, and the players carrying Eagles into the finals. It is a good run for flip run. And the flip. Gamble gets it on. Hosky. Beautiful right foot step, got past Hunt. Carrigan.
Busy start again from Carrigan, 11th run up over 90 odd run metres.
So Gamble at the line. Now Mark veering on the left side. Again, that's a pretty good set. Amon is down here. Amon is down behind the play the ball. Gamble goes to the air. And an air swing Fionnay as it goes back for Ramsey. So it's a devilish breeze, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on those kicks. They have had more effect on that pass just there. Forward, been around to this side the last few years. Jaden Stewart carrying it forward. So less than 9 minutes to go in this first half. Brisbane's season still alive. Woods.
He's got a bit on that, Benny Hunt. Oh, he's done a great job. Tomato Martin got swirling in the breezes. Collo now coming back with some pace.
A couple of times we've seen Selwyn in full flight this afternoon. Rory Oates.
Great shot from Mogul on Oates.
See, Oates upended like that too often. There's a replay of Martin not anything at all.
Look again though, Brisbane some good momentum.
He's had some troubling signs for the Dragons when Gamble's taken on the line. He's a bigger body. They've done a great job, the Broncos, to be able to get back into this game. They're behind the 8 ball to start.
And now,
Yes!
up to the 10 and brought down as they find a huge line gap on the last. Reynolds. Oh, backstop is Maguire. Can't find the in goal, the Broncos. A promising set comes to an end.
Well, the Moose found himself in the right position there. It was a wonderful little kick. They were under all sorts of pressure, the Dragons. Couldn't believe his luck.
That's his fee at 8. By Laurie.
It's just been a bit of an arm wrestle this last 15 minutes or so for both teams, just going,
Flegler irons out Woods. Woods straight back up.
it's knocked his headband off.
Flegler just stays down for a moment. Lomax off the outside of the boot. Awkward, but again, composed is the fullback Mark.
Well, the shot that Flegler had last week on Campbell Gillard off the kickoff was impressive. Have a look at this in the replay box. Just whack. Straight into Aaron Woods there. Such a strong, powerful individual, Tom Flegler.
Geez, speaking of power, they let Oates run a good 20 metres there. Now their try scorer, Hoyga. Geez, the metres have been flowing for the Broncos in the last 10-15 minutes. It was such a battle early for them. There's Walters just gallivanting across field and offloading. Reynolds tucks in a kick. And Ramsey, pays the price for getting the ground early.
That's a good sign there for Reynolds. I mean,
Horrible
pass.
very well.
Tackle through and he barely outside the 10. Earl Sloan. Ball run up from the back, Tyro. That's just his fourth run. Maguire.
Oh, it's a good kick. He got it. He got it. 6:40-20 for Ben Hunt.
Well, what a play, what a play. 5 minutes to go for Benny Hunt. There's no one in the competition that's done it more.
He has 4 in his whole career before this year. He's got 6 in 2022.
He's just got Selwyn Collo. A little bit napping out on this right-hand side. Wonderful kick from Benny Hunt. The wind is going in the direction they need. What can they come up with here?
Woods, what a big turnaround moment. Really, the Broncos have had the best of it for a little while. Not at the moment, though. Ramsey's quick hands. It's no look. It's a try. It's Feeney. Started by Hunt's 40-20. Finished by Matt Feeney. Oh, they're happy here at Congra. Dragons back in front.
They didn't have to wait long at all. Benny Hunt come up with a big play. But as they've done all occasions down this end, they've come to the right-hand side of the Brisbane Broncos. Beautifully well executed pass here. Goes to Benny Hunt out the back to Amon. Finds Ramsey in another pass from that man on screen. Zach Lomax, what a game he had last week, has been criticised at different times for not looking where he's passing. This time gets it spot on.
Got to get it right, though, don't you, Corey? But he did get it right. It was silky. Feeney out on the wing. He's got the number 3 on his back, but primarily a winger in first grade, moved to the centres last week. Ben Hunt, with his moments that just turn games.
You talk about moments. I mean, big games, the moments win big games. And I go back to the Origin series, and some of the moments he had as an individual in that series were incredible. Some of his moments that he's had this year, from a personal performance point of view, has been outstanding. In the last 15 minutes of this game, it's just been going end to end, end to end. They've been under pressure at different points and different stages. He comes up with a 40-20 straight off the back of that. They pull the trigger, try time. And now they get Lomax an opportunity to push it out by 6 with 3 minutes remaining.
Now, this would have to be the hardest spot on the field, wouldn't it? Because, well, he's got the wind with him, but it's going from right to left here, so it closes the angle. You backing him in, Mr. Goal Kicker?
We slotted one to him in the game last week. He's a great strike on the ball. I'm going to go, yes.
Okay. The wind got 10 points to 6, 3 minutes to go, first half. Take you.
Ben Hunt, what a season he has had for the Dragons. 7 tries, 19 try assists. And as you mentioned, Dan, this is his 6th 40-20 of the year. And as we know, there's all the talk at the moment about his contract, off contract. At the end of 2023 with the Dragons, he's been meeting with other clubs, but the Dragons are confident that they'll get it done. He said after the press conference last week that he said he wanted to wait till the season was over to sort it out. He wants to stay at the Dragons, showing exactly why bringing that 40-20 in that sets up Fine for his ninth try.
Puts him on his right tonight, and then it could be the game that gives him the downy end if he polls. I don't know, of course, until the grand final when the ceremony will be held. 10-6. Broncos yet to see the lead. He's carrying Billy Walters there. Jake Sewell. Wrong run. Now comes to an end. He's going to Palacia in 15. And Sullivan. The Dragons back up dummy half. Well, it's an on. There's Sullivan. Now Woods.
It's a great set after points up at the 40-metre line.
Oh, well, that's quite the play to allow Armone just to get it downfield. And Cobbo beats another one. Oh, goodness, that had real possibilities, that run.
He's had limited opportunities in his first half, Cobbo, but you can see every time he touches the ball, he's worrying the defensive line.
I see it easily have a halfway. This is only tackle number 3. We're talking about this breeze, so 10-6 against them might be so bad for Brisbane. Only the second half will tell. Reynolds goes the end over end bomb. That's the outside and the Capel side, but no problem for Ramsey, uncontested.
Yeah, once again, the height of the kick was spot on. But the chase for the Broncos needed to come up with a little bit more. If you're going to put a kick up like that, there needs to be a contest, 10-6 down, 50 seconds remaining on the clock. At least have a go with it.
He's Hunt on again.
20-40.
And, well, he's got it past the 40. Was he inside the 20? No, he was not. He was just outside. So, it's a good kick, but doesn't count.
Just love the way he's always thinking of a way to win. Ben Hunt, such a competitor.
No one in any hurry here. Brisbane are quite content that ended at that. And the Broncos have 40 minutes to save their season. They're still in this, but there's work to be done. It's the Dragons 10, Brisbane 6 to Jake Duke.
Ben Hunt, talk me through that 40-20, crucial in that first half.
Yeah, it was, mate. The Broncos were sort of getting on top of us there all through the middle, and I think I got a really lucky bounce too, to be honest.
Tell me what you've got to do with this second half, especially against the Breeze.
Yeah, we need to tighten up in the middle a lot better. They got the window, obviously, so we need to complete high and just keep it down there.
Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
All business for Ben Hunt, and the Broncos need to be much more serious about this, and they need to be better than down 2 tries to 1 if they really want to play beyond tonight. The Dragons, they are on their way to ruining these finals hopes of the Broncos. They lead 10-6 now. Still to come on your Super Saturday, it's the Cowboys and the Panthers. North Queensland's Chad Townsend joins us on Fox League. Good evening to you, Chad. Now, the Cowboys are the hottest ticket in town. It's another sellout tonight. How excited are the locals for you about the season that you've given and still so much still to come?
Yeah, good evening, guys. Look, the town's absolutely buzzing at the moment. Obviously, as you mentioned, another sellout crowd for us, and a massive props to our members and fans. You know, all year they've got behind us and you know, created a great atmosphere for us to play in front of.
Chad, after last week's loss to South Sydney, it's finals next week. I know you've got to get through this one, but what do you want to fine-tune?
Yeah, for us, Brandy, I think it's just refining, you know, our game. You know, I was really happy with our effort to claw ourselves back into the game last week, and I think, you know, with 6 minutes to go, we had a lot of momentum. I think, you know, it was just unfortunate Hesse's, you know, hit came off the wrong way, but, you know, I felt like, you know, for most of our game, while we didn't play our best, we got ourselves in a position to win. So, you know, there's a few areas with our discipline, you know, with and without the ball that we'd like to clean up tonight.
James Cooper, good luck tonight. You spoke about some areas you'd like to clean up. Well, you got your hardest partner back in Tommy Dearden. What are you expecting to put in place tonight and make sure you're playing your best football next week?
Yeah, that's it, Coop. Look, I think for us, you know, Tommy's been a huge asset for our team all year. His strengths are running the ball. He competes on absolutely everything, and I think for us tonight, we just want him to play his natural game. Go there, does what he does really well, run the ball, take on some short sides, compete on everything, and just be in the picture. You know, if he does that, I know he'll have a great game.
Chad, what about preparation for this game? When the Panthers team came out on Tuesday afternoon, a couple of regular first graders, the rest are out of the New South Wales Cup team. Does that change anything for you in your preparation through the week?
Yeah, not at all, Brandy. Look, you know, for us, our week has been solely, you know, focused on ourselves and, you know, what we need to improve. Obviously, as you mentioned earlier, you know, we took a loss last week against South, and, you know, we've got some areas we want to improve on that performance and bring it into this week. And like I said, the focus has just been purely on us, regardless of, you know, who they put out to play today.
Well, it's a great opportunity to fine-tune all those things you need before finals. Congratulations again on a wonderful year. Enjoy the last night at home, and we'll see you hopefully deep into September.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Chad Townsend there in Townsville. That game coming up a little bit later on your Super Saturday. Coming up, we'll have all the action from Congress. The Dragons, they lead 10-6 over the Brisbane Broncos. Now, what better way to wake up on Father's Day tomorrow than free fights? Tomorrow morning, 5 a.m, Aussie superstars Rob Whittaker and the heavy-handed knockout king Tai Tuivasa. They climb inside the octagon. Do not miss UFC Paris on ESPN Channel 509.
It's Fight Night on ESPN. This is the scariest guy I've ever seen fight. It's time for a heavyweight showdown. God needs to win to continue on the path to his second title shot. And takes on Tuivasa, who has been beating all along. Then for the middleweight matchup is former champion Whittaker taking on a nearly unbeatable opponent. UFC Fight Night, Sunday on ESPN.
What can we learn from looking back? Knowing what we know now and making changes. Can we learn from our mistakes? As we look back on a decade of discovery, how do we fit into the universe and prepare for the next frontier? Brian Cox's Adventures in Space and Time starts Saturday, September 17 on BBC Earth and watch on demand.
Harvey Norman, your Samsung mobile phone destination. For 5 days only, get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Series and receive bonus Harvey Norman gift cards. Get the Galaxy Z Flip 4 and receive a bonus $300 gift card. Or the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and get a bonus $400 gift card. That's right, bonus gift cards up to $400 when you buy either the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 or Z Fold 4. Hurry, offer ends Tuesday. Get in store or online at Harvey Norman now.
more than you think for less than you expect on a range of 5G phones from $399. Australia's best network.
What a beautiful bacon and eggy brekkie! And add a hash brown on the cafe coffee for your chance to win with the Monopoly game at Macca's. Take a winning chance at brekkie today.
You'll get more than you think for less than you expect on a range of 5G phones from $399. All on Australia's best network.
Not slow.
Not difficult. Not just digging boxes. Not a bank.
Talk to Australia's real-life loan bank for home loans, car loans, personal loans. Pepper Money, the home of loan options.
Family runs better on Australia's best network. Add an extra mobile or data bundle plans, or a mix of both. Add on the family with our new bundle plans.
The Monopoly game at Macca's is back, and with $578 million worth of prizes, you could win a $10,000 WebJet gift card, free fuel for a year with Ampol, and more. Download the My Macca's app and play today.
Excuse me, these are your halftime highlights brought to you by Telstra. Now, it was a blistering beginning for Jack Bird and Greg Alexander. Alarm bells again for the Broncos defence.
Yeah, Vonnie, we just didn't know what to expect from the Broncos. Kevy said that they could flip the switch and defensively they'd be on, and it hasn't been the case. The Dragons scored the first try off the back of some very good defence. They started the game strongly, forced an error. Jack Bird scored off the back of that. That came in the 5th minute. The Broncos did hit back, but it was a bit of a grind between the 20s for both teams during that period. It was the 25th minute that Hoyter scored. He got a Tautau Moga who slipped in defence, and that allowed him to get through. And then the 40-20 from Ben Hunt was enormous, as Hunt has done on any number of times this year. In fact, he's done it 6 times. 40-20, get his side out of trouble, put them in an attacking position, and they score off the back of that to lead 10-6 at half time.
Yeah, the stats actually show a different story. The Broncos had the better part, better ball, better attacking position, 5 line meters, 5 line breaks are 2, but big plays from Jack Bird, the first try. Ben Hunt, the 40-20, gave the chance to score that try.
Yeah.
And that's the scoreline, 10-6. So the Broncos are playing okay, the Dragons just winning the moments.
You talk about the stats not really telling the story. Ben Hunt, his stats don't look fantastic, but he has been enormous so far in his last shot at securing that Dally M medal. 3 points coming his way tonight.
Well, I think he needs to continue on. I think, 40% possession, he's having an impact. But the Dragons to be up by 4 with less ball, they've had the win behind, so they're going to turn that around the other way. So big second half, and if Ben Hunt wants to win the Dally M, he might have to put in a big second half to claim the 3 points.
Well, if the Broncos say that this is the most important game of their season, they certainly need to get their act together. They are down by 4. Big second half coming up from Cogra. You're watching Foxley.
New Bundaberg alcoholic ginger beer. From our backyard to yours. Made with Australia's favourite ginger beer. Fresh from Bundy. Great for when unexpected mates drop by. You pluck in the can.
It's time to get your game on, because the Monopoly game at Macca's is back. And with $578 million in prizes up for grabs, you could win free fuel for a year with Ampol, a new Volkswagen Polo GTI with 5-year care plan, and more. Download the My Macca's app and play Play the Monopoly game today.
Wait, left? Just stay where you are.
With our new bundle plans, you can now add on a family for less than you expect.
Come on, keep walking. Keep Bella. Come Bella. Come on Bella. Come Bella. Bella.
How much do you love it? Did your ball make the first track across the dewy green? Have you searched for perfection again and again? Have you battled beasts, overcome monsters, only to fall agonizingly short?
Needs to be a dog. Ow, you sucker.
Where you can start the adventure all over again. How much do you love it? We know.
Bella, come here now.
For the love of golf.
At Hungry Jack's, fall in love with the new Memphis Jack's Fried Chicken, bacon, onion rings, and barbecue sauce. Memphis Jack's Fried Chicken. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
At Harvey Norman, get 16 months interest-free. No deposit, no interest with 60 approximately equal monthly payments from Latitude and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. That's a bonus $100 gift card for every $1,000 you spend on interest-free. Shop our huge range of furniture, bedding, the latest in technology, entertainment, home appliances, and so much more. Get 60 months interest-free. No deposit, no interest with 60 approximately equal monthly payments from Latitude and receive a bonus gift card valued at up to $1,000. Now at Harvey Norman.
You'll get more than you think for less than you expect on a range of 5G phones from $399. All on Australia's best network.
A goal is not just a goal. There is always more to uncover. The thought behind sport.
Welcome back. The Dragons, 40 minutes away from ending the Broncos finals chart. There is a mathematical chance that if the Broncos lose, Canberra could have to lose by 43 more against the West Tigers. I think we can all agree that's probably not going to happen. So the Broncos have 40 minutes to turn this around. Only a 4-point deficit. But it is a deficit they need to make up if they are to win. And unless they do, then it will be Melbourne and Canberra in the 5v8 final. Adam Reynolds, well, we saw what Ben Hunt could do with the wind at his back. Got to say, Corey Parker, the wind not so strong at the start of his second half. As Corey Oates wind us up, these aren't pleasant conditions. Dare I say, these aren't Queensland-like conditions. Absolutely bucketed down at half-time.
Yeah, definitely not. You spoke about Adam Reynolds in his enormous second half. He's done it from different stages throughout the year for the Broncos, pulled them out of the fire. There's no bigger game, no bigger 40 minutes to keep their season alive for Adam Reynolds. Had a few different kicks to start the game. For the Dragons, well, Benny Hunt come up with a 40-20 off the back of that. They were able to score a try in the last 5 minutes of that first half. They've done considerably well, 91% completion rate, only the 2 errors, considering the conditions, as you said. So, plenty to play for, plenty to unfold in this game still.
Cap off a pretty good finish to the year for the Dragons if they could get a 3rd straight win. And here we go. Defining 40 minutes for the Broncos. And Tom Flegler putting some hurt on Blake Lawrie to start.
He put a great shot, didn't he, on Aaron Woods in that first half. Great intent to start this second half from Tom Flegler.
Never missed the finals 3 straight years. Danger of doing that here is he would march it upfield with the energetic Jack Bird. And it's McGuire. Running a hostile, So Reynolds. Good at that stat. Dragons have never scored first and lost this year. Holds up their record leading at half-time. 8 wins, 1 loss. One loss to Roosters at Gosford. Around 18. Broncos, though, excellent second half team. 4 wins, 7 losses when trailing. Take out the last few weeks, which have been catastrophic. They have put some terrific second half performances. And they're in good field position here early in this set.
It was a nice run from Bellew Sawyer. He scored the try for the Broncos in that first half. Just get up over the 40-metre line.
So look, the Gamble side, boy, really great Gamble. He's had a few strong charges so far. It's all the way to the 30. Now Carrick, on for Reynolds. Reynolds a little wild. The chase is on. Staggs cleans up. Oh, then the desperate ball. Cobbo back to halfway. Now returns to the 40. But now the ball back there. Just about where they started.
Just a pass going to the ground from Reynolds.
It's capable and it's really coming through. No real problem there for Sloan. Dragons scored first. Brisbane hit that through Poiter. Then the Dragons on the back of that net hunt 40-20. Re-establishing their slender lead. Here's Woods. It's a little laborious for a red V, just over the 20 here. Dancing away from Boston. Then getting it on the sewer. It's a little unnecessary, the flick there, but
Jack Bird just let him know about it too, about what sort of pass he needed to come up with there. His Moans under pressure kicking.
Yeah, that's going to land here. Martin gets a little fortunate with the bounce. The Broncos have got it. Yeah, again, he's got much of an error. He's put the ball down just as about to say they're about to start under 20 short of half play. Is Mark going to implore his captain to challenge this? They haven't had a challenge today. And it looks like the scrum will pack Jake Duke.
Yeah, Kevin Walters won't be happy with that start from his Broncos side. He wanted a better start than the first half, more intensity, and he wanted him to kick long and use that strong breeze they now have at their back in this second half. While for Anthony Griffin, he just wanted his side to go after it here. Don't rest on their laurels. He wants to end the Broncos season and his team go out on a high.
He'd enjoy looking for it. Anthony Griffin dropped the guillotine on them. There's Lomax. To the 20.
4 minutes into this second half, and they got their first opportunity.
It's a big moment, this.
Blake Dorry's dealt with there, if you can't say it.
Dump it off to Stewart.
Fan out this left-hand side again, throw on the right-hand side of the Broncos. That was their game plan all first half.
3 tackles gone as Hunt Davies gets away. Cody Ramsey up involved again. Ramsey bounces over. Dragons' biggest lead of the night.
I just mentioned it's been their game plan every time they've had good ball. They come out to the right-hand side defensively of the Broncos. Just getting Adam Reynolds interested. Benny Hunt at his best when he was running the ball. Hoskins couldn't do the job. Reynolds comes up out of the line. And a wonderful little offload there to Ramsey. Just watch here. Reynolds shoots
O, daj
up
mi
pass
znaš
ahead of
čuo.
Hoskins, isolates him,
Šo-
invites Staggs into the contest.
Nice pause.
And the tenacious number 7
fucking
just
shit
comes
does
up with a
do
beautiful
Bronco.
play. We spoke about moments there. He's come up with 2 very big ones, 2 very big influential moments in this game for his team.
And they're the 2 moments that separate these sides. Cody Ramsey. That's a good moment for him. He had a deal of a kick in the first half, but he was there to pounce.
Well, the instability out on that right-hand side defensively has been a big concern, and the reason why they go left. Players coming up, players being isolated, players staying back.
Here is Lomax. You see the flags not flying as briskly as they were in the first half. Got it. Just tucked it inside the right upright. Marching out to 10.
Ben Hunt, that is his 20th try assist of the season. It's actually the first time he's had 20 try assists as a Dragon. He did it 4 times at the Broncos, but then sets up Cody Ramsey there for number 20. He's now the first Dragon since Gareth Witt in 2017 to have 20 try assists in a season, and it puts St. George a little bit further ahead. The Broncos seems getting more dire now with 34 minutes left to save their season.
I don't think it's happened in 30 years. I'd have to check properly, but Gary Freeman won the Dally for Easts, and that's, I think, the last time a player, I'm happy to be corrected, didn't won the medal in a team that didn't make the finals. Quite the achievement for Ben Hunt. So many man of the match performances. Anything good that's happened for the Dragons, he's been in the middle of it. Well, he's Sua. Back here for Lomax.
Just really starting to find out. Zach Lomax up over the halfway, breaking tackles.
And the Sua was too interested in the steal. He did let Lomax go. Sullivan now in a dummy half.
Tackle 4 up over the 40.
There's unknown. Back for Woods. We get a bit of hand out of the Dragons. Ramsey this time on the right side. Well, that's a tremendous set post points. And that is, what a spike by Cobbo. That was tailing away from him.
It was a Cooper Crop-like kick, wasn't it? From Ben Hunt across to Moga. But a wonderful set directly after points. Just a little bit of variation in their play coming out of their own end. Some change of direction, a little offload.
Well, is there a spark here for the Broncos? Keeping it alive. Louis Hoyter. Hot potato. Carrigan on for Hosking. Hosking spots something.
They need to find a pass in there. Staggs. He's outside.
It goes astray as he saw David Sua ready to launch into it.
A little intimidating. Sua just accelerating the contact just before he got rid of the ball. And once again, just an unforced error for Brisbane. We see in the replay box. That's a couple to start this game. Now penalty given away.
Not in front of Sullivan there, but here comes Russell. Proceeds.
Sent off.
Was that a penalty?
Yeah, it was a penalty.
He's scoring now. One for Bird on the next play from him. Oh, he drills them in. Gets it on to Fine. Stang just does enough. And Fine helped in a touch. Another brilliant pass by Hunt, but this time Brisbane find a way to scramble.
It would have been interesting to see if Fine did score, if Benny Hunt did go across, did he pass out the back, or look like maybe it would have been okay. But Staggs comes up with a play. Hoskins comes across, breezy conditions. They save the day, the Broncos.
2014, Jared Hay got the Delhi with a shed that they did against the Tamalolo, and they ran the finals team Parramatta in 2014. So
just went way back.
Well, twice in 30 years. I had it once in 30 years. I'm trying to sell this could be a big win for Ben Hunt. I knew that we won. I knew that we won the Derby. Now Carrigan up to halfway. Punchy kick from Matt Reynolds. Easily contained by Ramsey. Seems to have been given the ticket of approval from Anthony Griffin. He's been the permanent fullback really since midway through the season. Ronald Sloan was slated to be that man, but it's Ramsey that will end the season as the number one.
Lomax really wanting into the second half as Maguire once again right-hand side looking for Reynolds.
He's got no one to give it to. Tries to do it on his own. Almost does. Oates saves it. A little bit of help there, but... Oh, this is going to be a problem. Oh, wow. Cummins lets it go.
Got to go left.
Here's the kick from Bird. And they'll get 6 more tackles, but...
Well, they're unlucky there, the Dragons. Wonderful play down this right-hand side. Terrific work from Sloan. Oates falls over. Sloan, bang. Off the right foot, gets rid of Deloise Roy, gets rid of Capewell, comes to the fullback. Nearly does he get over the line for the Dragons, and then it was just a mess. It was a mess. There should have been a penalty. Jack Bird comes up with a kick. They were scoring for all money on that left-hand side. They get the repeat set, the next best thing. Reynolds got to go short.
Oh, volleyball back. Oh, what wonderful positioning by Hart. He couldn't hang on to it. So Brisbane ball. Out of all that, Brisbane will get it back.
Well, they get it back. There's some excellent play from the Dragons. Some silky skills from Sloan out on his right-hand side. Here's the short drop out. Just batted back here from Corey Oates. It was in Ben Hunt's hands. You can see the try line.
By the way, we're lucky in that should have got a Sydney.
Absolutely.
A little bit fortunate there. The Broncos escaped it. Maybe a bit of empathy from that current end of the season. Just a little bit of action. Oh my goodness! It's taken. No, not by Fernay. If he caught it in one motion, he might have scored.
He did extremely well. He nearly got it back before he hit the ground. Trying this right-hand side. Gamble goes for a lollipop pass over the top. See what they do on take two.
Tyson quietly, you think, brings a lot of energy. There's 9 runs, so big meters with the runs he has had. Been a couple of series, played a lot of football this year in the top round. You see the youngster Peter Kura, who's one game of first grade experience. There's a pass from Carrigan. Gets a bit of second phase work. Oh, what a shot there from DeBellin on Haas, but it comes out as Capewell.
Really starting to ramp up. You see Stewart come across to get into Capewell, but beautiful shot from DeBellin's got wonderful technique.
So 1 out run on play 5. Leaves it to this. Max was sort of caught in no man's land there, but it's batted back by Staggs. And the Broncos probably would have played that. It's all off the Broncos, but anyway, continue on. Walters. In fashion here. And Sloan straight to ground.
The Dragons, they did extremely well. The Broncos get a kick away. And the pin of the meter off their line now, they give it away a penalty. Tyson Gamble not square at mark up.
Tyson, there's a penalty, mate.
They did everything they could. They put a kick in, they make the tackle a metre off their own line. and they give a penalty away. At no stage was he square at all.
Just the one try in the second half. Know the equation. Brisbane just have to win if they're to stay alive.
And Canberra fans down there, you're getting pretty excited, I'm guessing, as Sullivan
To halfway.
Denver.
Wayward. Lomax takes the tackle. Goes for distance. And tries to pin Cobbo in the corner. Efficient chase. And
Cobbo has nowhere to go.
the 15 is Jaden Hunt, St George Illawarra, Brisbane born and bred. On his 7th game of first grade.
So Broncos just full bunched inside that middle third of the field at the moment. Just a lot of one-out running.
I've said it before, they need a spark of some sort. These Walters try to create something, a little dummy half burst. Now Reynolds.
Plays the pass, Hosking, gets it on, Cobbo, off the hands of Fine, and Fine cleans it up. It's called a knock on. It's called a knock on.
Well, it's a good sign there. When Cobbo found his way, made his way infield, looking for the ball. Hosking's able to get the ball away. Found Cobbo before. Come up with an error. Cobbo's gone back to fullback. Yeah, that's what's happened here. Cobbo's back to fullback.
Comes out here for Cobbo.
Brendan Piakura is in the game.
So Tamare Martin is out.
There's Piakura. Second game of first grade. Carrigan. Thunder on his way to the 10. Well, the tackles here. He's on the boot down this close for a while. Reynolds. Now he tries to shake off Maguire.
It's a personal battle there, Josh Maguire and Reynolds. Right from the start. I've got no doubt that Coach Anthony Griffin would have put a target on Reynolds.
Penalty.
If anyone can get under anyone's skin, it's Josh Maguire. He's been after Reynolds all evening. Just trying to ruffle his feathers.
So, by the way, Walter has gone out to the wing. With Cobbo in the fullback role. So, trying something, Kevin Walters. Trying to get something out of this attack. Walters goes deep. Oh, Gamble. He wanted to get it on, but Noga had come up too quickly. A few of those tonight. Loose passes. Oh, Cobbo's footwork. Walters goes for it and slides his way to the line. Carrigan was his decoy, and Walters makes it. And Brisbane back in touch.
Well, there wasn't much doing that whole set. The ball that hit the ground, and Billy Walters just picks the ball up the quickest way to the try line. Here's a bit of niggle. Here's what led up to it here. Josh Maguire penalised for getting around the neck was what Ben Cummins had said. Off the back of that, Billy Walters just out of dummy half. Lead runner there, Pat Carrigan. try confirm?
Yes, indeed. So 3 tries to 2. Let's be realistic, Corey. The Broncos have hardly looked like the side that has been playing for their season in terms of their intensity, but here they are within a scoreboard.
20 minutes remaining.
Hanging in there.
16 points to 12. But you're spot on. I mean, you look at the stats and you go through the fine-tooth comb, it all leans in the way of the Dragons. With 4 points adrift from the Broncos. Really good move, I think, putting Cobo back in the fullback.
Now, have you got some news for us on Tamani Martin, Jake Duke?
Yeah, putting Cobo at fullback wasn't necessarily a tactical change for Kevin Walters because Tamari Martin has a back issue. That's why his things come from the field. But Cobo at fullback, we know what an electric player he is and he can spark something. So maybe it will prove masterstroke on that.
Might be a blessing in disguise. Thank you, Jake. That's his future as McCory. Sending Cobo fullback.
Yeah, without doubt. He's got to learn his craft and get through the vigorous and nice run here from Pat Carrigan. The week-to-week football in the NRL, but without doubt he'll be a fullback.
A fair stage to enhance yourself on here with the season on the line. Of Walters up ahead of here and getting it on. Boycott. Well, the Broncos have made 6 line breaks. It's not as if they're not threatening the Dragons defence. 6 line breaks to 4. It's Hosking to halfway. Gamble. Pulled them with his eyes there, almost putting Peter Cora away. Last tackle, that's a sharp play to the line and allows Walters to run. And he can't get rid of it. Oh, yes, he can. Very late. Spectacular stuff, Palacia. Carrigan with the kick. And it just comes down innocuously.
Well, he let that go a long time, didn't he, Ben Cummins? Pat Carrigan, first kick of his career. I've seen a lot worse.
It's going to be the dream for a forward, isn't it? He has to kick.
There's no better feeling. Like his 5th play, you're under pressure, or you've got the ball and you come up with a kick.
No one can accuse him of being selfish. I mean, he's playing with house money there. And it wasn't a bad kick. Dragons get it on the sewer. Oh, Moda, he knew that was coming too. Notice midriff. Ooh, under pressure. And here's the result.
Just winning the battle here, the Broncos in field position. Just been able to arrest the momentum that the Dragons were having at some point. It's Cobo now. I think there's some heavy defence from Sewer over the top.
His first strike debut lasted 6 minutes. The set been put on the court. Highly touted youngster. And it's a chance here is Flecker over the 30. To the Reynolds side. Here's Cobo with a grubber. Oh, it's almost got more to bounce there, but well handled. Theo seems to be in the thick of everything. 16-12, Theo's got a bloody nose, so that might need some attention. Plenty of time for the Broncos, 17.5 minutes. Are they going to make Canberra earn a finals berth tomorrow? Wow. Walters coming back. Some fine grass there. These oats. Gregory has been this year than any other season for Corey. His career was away 18 months ago, but he's been resurrected. Probably well handled by Hunt. Austin now. Gets through some work, Zach Austin.
This is nice for the ball in. Carrigan to flick up.
Great tackle by Sewer. A sharp play the ball. With 2 tackles left. And kicking from around 30 out. across his body. Here comes Gamble. Terrific chase by Sloan.
It's a great game to see some of the future stars. I mean, the way that Sloan moves when he's got the ball in his hand is beautiful. We've seen a nice play from him down the right-hand touchline. Cobbo with ball in hand moves very similar. As Lomax comes out at dummy half and gives Payne Haas a bit, don't argue.
Jack DeBell come on with a huge tackle earlier. Dragons had not been headed all afternoon and evening. That's Jaden Hunt almost finding his way through.
Like footwork.
Hunt goes low.
It's great experience here from Benny Hunt. They've been working really hard the last 5 minutes of Dragons to try and get his Maguire comes up out of the line.
And there's Cobbo. That's imposing. Stags. He's in a crusher here. Crusher. Well, he's got what he wanted. He's got the bucket hat to look at. Now, whether anything comes from that. Yes, they got the penalty, so Stags gets the desired result. So here we go. We cross the 65-minute mark, and here's a golden chance for the Broncos to perhaps level this game up.
Needs to be some real clear direction of what they're doing here, the Broncos. The last couple of times they sort of just bubbled around. Two separate plays here through Haas, needs a quick play ball.
Good start of the set though, 20 metres. Fleetwood to Reynolds. Reynolds to Gamble. Gamble to Cobbo. Just got in the way there, but Cobbo went down awkwardly. 3 tackles gone.
Slow play the ball. Just another seven here.
Cobbo almost went through. Just held on to. Jack Bird. Important tackle. Now from dummy half. Almost works again. The final play. Carrigan first receiver. Reynolds. Oh, what a tackle. Ben Hunt stops that Hosky. It's a try saver.
Well, we speak about moments, and Benny Hunt has owned them here this evening. That's a beautiful little play from Reynolds, just isolates Hoskins on Hunt, and he comes up with the play.
Put the medal around his neck.
You're declaring it then.
Well, he's going to get points tonight, isn't he? Are you judging? Okay.
That's a super play, wasn't it? As Pat Carrigan comes up there the line, just trying to get physical. 13 minutes remaining.
They've got to get the 30 competition points. They've got to at least make Canberra win tomorrow at Leichhardt. If they lose tonight, she's done. Because surely there's no way Canberra's going to lose by 50. Yeah, that's what Brisbane complained in that pass, but the ref in the touch is clearer. Short side play, Lomax. Late pass straight to Reynolds. Well, the Dragons have been as close to error-free as you can hope for. They're 32 from 36 completions. That's a wild card.
See, just leaving the door ajar. Leaving the door ajar enough for the Broncos if they want to come through. They come left-hand side. Wonderful feet from Cura.
He's looked good, hasn't he?
He's a handy player. Has limited opportunity at the moment. You mentioned that his first opportunity got sent off and put off the ball.
Yeah, it certainly made his mark. There's a serious talent there from one of the judges. So Roy just in there and dummy. This time the marker's getting. So Reynolds has plenty of time to set himself here. Now the wind does get hold of this. Oh, Ramsey caught him 2 lines. And the Dragons fans let him know about it.
The kick was far too long from Reynolds. Ramsey makes a play in it.
Oh, the wind has kicked up again. It took that. That was going to drop on the try line, but then once the wind got it, you see how close he was to the dead ball line. Well, that's as emotional as Anthony Griffin's ever looked in a coach's box. Here we go, the short drop out into the wind. Wow, the distance was perfect, but it went too far out. It went over the touchline. It's not that huge a punishment. Tick the first box, but it's into the wind too, so I get plenty on that. Again,
The Broncos do about this year. The Walters look dangerous.
Another chance for the Broncos. Now it comes to Reynolds. Oh, slipped inside Laurie. She's Jack Birds makes some important tackles near the try line. There was another.
Can you check for high contact, mate?
Really of any great benefit, is it? Even if he gets a penalty, I suppose it's an extra.
It's a sort of running battle. Here we go. Reynolds and Maguire. Couple of the old stages. Maguire off to the Super League. I don't know. It's a fair argument there for Maguire, I think.
The angle we saw it. Sure. That's not anything.
He's made it personal, hasn't he?
Which is exactly what he would have wanted. You can imagine here is Flegler on the court in the first half. Spent 10 in the bin. Walters distributing. Carrigan on. Reynolds to Gamble. Striking and dropping and then chopped down Maguire. Maguire's trying to lead the NRL in style. That's a Reynolds.
Well, they've lost their way here in the Brisbane Broncos. There is no direction whatsoever.
And he's caught with one tackle left. He won't be kicking. Carrigan, not again, out to Gamble. Oh, stacked. And that last play emblematic of that dog's breakfast of a stand.
The confidence that the Brisbane Broncos at the moment as Ken Wallace goes for the water is on an all-time low. They've had back-to-back repeat sets on the Dragons line. 9 minutes remaining, 16-12 down. And this is what they come up with. Reynolds gets caught, going back on the inside, looking for something.
Well, the Dragons 9 minutes away from ending the Broncos season. That's going to be a very celebratory atmosphere in Townsville. They're going to get one final. Can they get two? You know the scenario there, I'm sure. Cowboys need to win, hope Cronulla lose to Newcastle. On the way, that's going to be a great night. Queensland Country Bank Stadium, young Panthers side, who have acquitted themselves very well a couple of times they turned out this year. Can't quite get the Cowboys the points yet. Now he's the late custom one of the runners. So it's hoping that has come out. Doesn't even that appeal.
He's had a terrific second half, though, Max. That's his 23rd run, up over 170 run meters.
23rd run? Yes. So this is the last. The ball on the hands of the ball all the way to Moga. It was stylish, but it was ineffective. Moga's claiming 6 more.
Again, they've been under all sorts of pressure. The Dragons yet they chance their hand. I know they can't.
Now, they're going to challenge this. It's a long 10 seconds.
Jerry. Dragons are challenging and the ball was touched before any of the touch.
Well, Moga was insistent. Maybe he knows something the rest of us don't hear. We bring in the...
Looking to see if there's any knock-ons of the Broncos on the pass.
Maybe they should go and ask Alfie on the bottom of the screen in that blue shirt.
Well, you know he'd be
pretty honest. Pretty honest.
Yeah. Just looking at the ball here, if there's any contact for the Broncos.
I don't think he's going to have success here,
The
Tax.
ball is not touched by the Broncos and then goes into touch. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Well, they had the opportunity there also, the Dragons, just to put a kick in the right-hand corner and ask the Broncos to come out this time, and they start just over the 20-metre line. 8 minutes remain in their season.
Chances are running out. One try in the first half, one in the second. Carrigan well handled. Reece Kennedy in the game now. So all 34 players now have seen some game time. Reynolds done it, and he's trying to his former South Sydney teammate Jaden Sewer and Laurie there finishing it off. He's gamble on the right this time. Colbo threatens. Oh, ball comes out. Dragons, Lomax, away! Ref plays on! Lomax is home! The Raiders are nearly home! The Broncos! That might be the death knell!
Well, they're going to have a look at it there. It looked to be a touch in flight.
It's a try for now, but the bunker will determine if the Dragons are given this try.
From first look, I don't think it's a try. It was definitely touch, I feel. Yeah, there we go. Did it touch Zach Lomax? Or did the pass from Selwyn Colbo look to go forward? That'll be the call here.
Will be interesting. Currents has done the right thing. You've got to let that go.
Yeah. Does it come out of Colbo's hands, we go forward, then touch? Or it definitely touches?
Yeah, that looks like a knock on. But he's done the right thing in letting it go just to see it unfold, because Lomax is obviously going to go all the way. But it'd be fascinating to think, to know what he thought.
Oh, yeah.
That's the moment happening. Here we go. This will be a quick denial.
Just reviewing a possible double knock on.
It looks like it may go forward out of Colbo.
Yeah, but he's calling double knock on.
Looking to see if the ball is knocked on by the Broncos. It then contacts the Dragons defender.
Trying to pass it back, Colbo.
And is then picked up by a player
Didn't look like
in
you had
front of
control
Zach
of that.
Lomax.
No try. We can rule that out.
Yeah.
But they want the ball back here, Brisbane, if they get everything go their way.
This is a critical play.
The ball was passed backwards by the Broncos. First by Zach Lomax, then picked up by Ben Hunt, who was in an offside position.
There we go.
Not only,
Penalty.
it's not only no try and no forward pass, it's a penalty. They're going to pump it downfield with the wind at their back.
6 minutes remaining. There is still time. Who stands up for the Brisbane Broncos?
Is there a bit of destiny here? But at least gets Brisbane one more day. A stay of execution.
Okay, Ben. The pass is it, hits one of your players, and then a player in front picks up the ball, so it's offside, it'll be a penalty. Just wait there.
Mate, the Raiders just a little nervous. So a couple of weeks ago, the Raiders struggled in the first half against Newcastle, so you just never know. But Brisbane have to get this part right first.
Well, they need to come up with something better than what they've done. Been very predictable. Kennedy. Staggs coming left.
Right, unknown, but unknown. Still, 3 gone. Back to the open side.
Staggs has got back to his right side. All the way left to get the ball, didn't get it, now he makes his way back.
Again, they're labouring here, the Broncos, with only 2 tackles left. Gamble, Oates, just sets it up for one last play. So Reynolds from centre field, hurried into it. Ramsey, nervous, and gets into the field of play. Really waited on that, he's done brilliantly.
Well, look at Kevin Waller's face there, Anthony. Their season is on the line, has been this entire game. The last 4 sets the Broncos have had going in to the Dragons football have been awful. sit there, they take two late plays, they come out to this left-hand side to come up with a rush kick.
I reckon that was going down the city for this game. Sitting next to Kenty's father is Corey Oates working it up here. By the way, a reminder, grand final tickets are on sale in Sydney, so if you want to get involved, nrl.com/tickets at Core Stadium. There you go, nrl.com/tickets, but now Brisbane. Oh, good corner. Laurie was pouring in. Now, Hunt trying to create something on the zero tackle. Around the corner pass. Fino. In the pass. The first defender in Hoyder. Still going Fino. This is an awesome run. Pizzi is back. And oh, it's out and scores. A sensational try. They are jumping for joy in the stands at Congress. Surely it's the moment that gives them victory. Surely it's the moment that sends the Raiders to the finals. Matt Fino. Awesome. What a try.
We'll sit back, relax, and have a look at some of this brilliance. It was first here. Little knock on there from Piakura. The man that we've spoken about all game, talking about moments, comes up, then boobles the defensive line of Stagg. One-handed offload out to the left-hand side. Fino, work to do. Bang, give it to Staggs. Hoskins finds some space through the middle. No Hoyter.
I'm counting how many he's got past.
Through Piakura.
There's
pass.
5, 6, 7.
Carrigan gets across the line. What a try. He would not have scored a better try in the context of a season for Fino.
Oh,
that is a remarkable try.
That is one of the great moments of the Dragons season, and it's come right at the end. Matt Fino
does not ever stop to think about resting Ben Hunt. Straight on the attack, bamboozled the defensive line, turned Staggs inside out, one-hand pass around the corner to Fino. That is an outstanding play.
That has got to be one of the tries of the season.
Outstanding.
We'll count it properly, but there's got to be 6, 7 defenders.
I'm going to go 8.
I think you're right. I think you're right. See it now, the graphics, the little numbers on camera. Work it out, but boy, that thing, that's outstanding. And Lomax has really enjoyed a good few weeks here to close out his season. 22 points. Broncos in the combat.
We can them up here. Broncos development to the punt.
We're going to get around the corner pass.
Turns him inside. So Fino's on the run now. There's one. There's Staggs 2. Hoskins 3.
Well,
Kennedy, 4, Hoyter, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9. Let's go. Let's give him 9.
That's an outstanding individual effort.
So he's beaten 2/3 of the Broncos on the field. And the kickoff taken here. Andrew coming back on for these closing moments here.
Andrew's okay, he's got plenty to say.
A bit of feeling about this, hasn't there?
Well, there's 6 ex-Broncos in the Dragons team, and they were very vocal during the week in regards to saying that they want to knock the Brisbane Broncos out of the finals. Any hope whatsoever. We said we'll shake the hand in the background there between Staggs and Cullen. Some really good mates off the field, ex-teammates.
It's going to be a penalty. It's apologetic, but he's gone for 10. He's gone for 10 seconds sin bin for the Broncos. Football first half. Staggs are on the game in the sheds with 3.5 minutes to go. This is just ending in disastrous fashion for the Broncos.
There's been plenty of opportunities for the Broncos, particularly in the second half, but they have just not been able to execute.
Looking at a stat here, Corey, they've had 69% territory. 69% has been played in their attacking half as we watch Val Holmes. He's got a little bit of work to do to win the point scoring title.
Some very much underwhelming attack from the Broncos, which at one point was exceptional.
27 tackles to 9 in the opposition 20 as we pop up those stats there. And the Dragons are full of running here. They might get another.
Fortunately, 22 points to 12.
Very good goals to that, Jacob Sewell.
The Broncos are looking down at 3 consecutive seasons of not playing finals.
We've done that before.
What is that Payne's going to say, Dan?
Such a promising year, but it's a flat finish. And loose pass. Won't play on. Now it's official, but Sewell did put that down. It's lost their challenge, so that's the end of that.
Trying to plead his case, pop the screen Sewell, but there is no challenge.
Just a note on the Dragons, they're going to finish 12 in 12, and that's just incredible finish here. This was a team many had finishing close to last, so it's never a successful season, is it, when you don't make the finals, but a little bit to like about what they've produced in 2022.
Who's home, Bella? Who's home?
Cotto kicks in ahead. Ramsey stayed in front of him the whole time.
He did a great job there, Cody Ramsey. First return and chase showed a great deal of speed. Combo. And then to keep his feet, get back on the ball.
Brisbane obviously have let this slip, but it is a little bit unfortunate when a team wins 13 games and they're not going to play finals. But that is the fate that awaits the Broncos. Give their chances over this last month to put things away.
Ricky Stewart and the Raiders will be sleeping a little easier tonight, Dan.
Yes, they will. And that sets up a mouth-watering 5v8 once that gets locked away. Melbourne v Canberra. Canberra beat them down there last time around. Geez, cracking finals to look forward to. You'll see them live here on Fox. Great threes. A little extravagant. I suppose when you've been in the perfect for 79 minutes, you can be allowed one of those. What a year. What a year for Ben.
21 tries for that man. He's inspirational in the Oracle series. Ronnie's trust of the Broncos everywhere looking on.
Some Broncos season's done now. They lost to Dragons. No, it's not. 22-12. The Warriors have got to be the suckiest team now. Yeah, to like the last 5 minutes, it was a 26 all. Okay, so it will wait.